But before I show that, this is my melon farm. So I originally set it up with a pumpkin farm here, and that works for melons and pumpkins, but as I realized, like, it'll keep taking this dirt and replacing it, which you don't need to do, so I eventually just unhooked it. But this right here is like a pumpkin or melon harvester. It'll take the pumpkins and melons that grow, put it into this chest, like this, and this auto crafting table will take anything from this chest as long as there's a pipe to pump everything out of it. It'll take the melons from this chest, craft it using whatever recipe is here, and it'll go through this tube. Now this tube goes underneath everything, and it goes up. Oh, that's an apple. Up here. As you can see, there's actually stuff being transported, which is nice. I'll show you where that goes later. Wheat farm, kind of similar to the other one. Wheat grows, it gets broken down by this machine. It sends the seeds and the wheat up here, and pretty much there's another iron pipe with some redstone here. It'll go to this, and it'll filter out the seeds and the wheat. So the wheat will go down here, and it'll be sent over to the tree farms for other processing. The seeds will go, if it's set to go here, as it is right now, if the iron pipe is set to go here, the seeds will go right back down into here, which it'll be replanted. This gate is basically if there's less than 25% of available seeds here, it will turn it on, or it'll turn off the redstone signal. So it'll come here and switch this iron pipe to output this way, and go through another filter, so seeds will go through that over there. That pipe, the same as the melon seeds, it'll link with that, and it'll send the wheat the same place over to the tree farm. So yeah, I hope I explained that well, because I'm not used to explaining that to people who are not listening. Or not listening, but like not actually here, I guess. So let's go take a look at where the seeds go. Seeds come up here, and they go into two different squeezers. Now I have two squeezers here because earlier on I didn't have this big redstone conduit, and I got really backed up with seeds being turned into seed oil. I've got a massive tank here, as well as all this other stuff, but I've got a huge massive tank of seed oil. I'll show the rest of it later, but yeah, the seeds get pumped here and get processed into seed oil. So moving on, I've also got this whole mess, which I'll kind of just break through. Oops. Anyway, that whole mess, which I'll quickly fix. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's see here. Here is where the sugarcane goes. It will come over here. A nice platform to stand on. I forgot I made this. So it'll come into this chest right here, which I can't open because there's the ceiling above it, but it'll go into the auto crafting table where it'll make it into plant balls. This will get pumped out into the pulverizer that's here, and plant ball in here will make dirt. What that'll do is it'll send it through this wooden pipe, which has another gate where if there's items passing through, it'll pretty much add another tick to this counter that's right here. It'll tick 9 times, sending it every 9 pieces of dirt that this pulverizer creates will send it down the far tube, or the far pipe, I guess. On the 10th one, it'll reset the counter, and it'll also change this iron gate, so it'll go down under here. So it'll change this iron gate, it'll come down here into this iron gate, which will put it into this iron chest. So it'll put dirt into here. This pipe right here is actually where all the wheat comes from, as you can actually see that wheat is coming here. Eventually it'll make its way here, but so wheat and dirt will be here, go through the auto crafting table to make compost, which gets pumped out over here, which I don't have a nice place to stand on. So yeah, the compost will be pumped through the far pipe that's over there and come into this chest. And this is where the 9 pieces of dirt come into this chest. And this is how it makes hummus. Hummus, however you pronounce it, I don't know. So that'll make that, which is what the tree farms need to plant their saplings on. That gets pumped out, and then it splits. It should split at 50-50, but that doesn't seem to be working, so I'll have to come up with something else to get that to work. But that's how I thought it would work. Clearly it's not working that way, but it'll split a 50-50 to both the regular tree farm, the oak trees, and that's actually a rubber tree farm, so that's how I get all my rubber for anything else that I want to make. So that is the complex things I've been doing here. I've been mostly trying to set it up so it's all automatic because I don't want to deal with it, even if I have an extreme excess or surplus, I guess, of wood. 64 stacks, 64 stacks. Just added that one. Take that. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. I've got a bunch of extra rubber trees over here. So this actually works really nicely. You just take all the extra rubber wood and put it through an extractor to get rubber. It's much easier than using tree taps and like going out and harvesting it yourself. So I think that's it for this floor. Let's go up one. I haven't made another arcane levitator yet, so I'll just use the jetpack to go up. This is kind of my testing grounds, I guess, for the train that I have here. I'm not actually going to test it right now, but I made a train. It's interesting. I don't know if I want to go into it more. I may go into the minecart stuff, because there's a lot of minecart things that you can do with it, but not the trains. Plus they seem a little buggy, at least the one I made. Anyway. Bunch of tanks. Now, my vision for this room would be like a bunch of tanks side to side with all different kinds of liquids in it, all different colors. Turns out you can't put tanks side to side, so you have to leave a little gap, so I'm going to have to fill that up when I am done with this area. But here I've got water. I'll come up here, which is just an aqueous accumulator. Pretty much just grabs water like that, pump it straight into here. This is where all the apples come from the tree farm. It gets exported here, which I actually didn't talk about, but it splits everything intelligently, so it doesn't have an overflow on the sapling planting machine. That's already all set up. So anyway, it'll pump the apples into here to a squeezer. I don't know why that's doing that. Anyway. Not a big deal. Strange. Anyway, so that does that. It'll go through a squeezer, make apple juice, which is what this tank is for. Pretty cool. This is the seed oil tank. This one is the biomass tank. So I've got water pumping in here. I haven't set up the saplings to pump into here yet, because I'm still working on the tree farms, but yeah, you just put saplings and some compost into a fermenter and it'll eventually make biomass. These are really good. I'm using this for my portable engines instead of Stirling engines, which I used to use. So that's nice. Said I didn't want to get into oil, but I wanted more tanks, so I decided to make an oil tank. This used to be full, but I made it all into fuel, which is actually really full. So this is actually a liquid tesseract. We've got a few of them set up. The other two are actually lava for my other friends. Anyway, yeah, I've got oil wells somewhere in the world. Pumps oil into here. This will pump oil out of this tank into the refinery here, which is running at full speed because I've got the boiler going, which will make fuel put into this tank, which goes over into the boiler to power that. So, yeah, I think that is all in terms of things that I've done on Feed the Beast. I guess you wanted an update, so you got it. I don't think there's anything else interesting to show you. I've got my other friends' house. One of them has like every single machine. He kind of fast-tracked that. The other one has got like trying to make cool looking farms. The other one's got like a mob farm set up, so I don't really know. They're doing their thing. I'm still doing my thing. Got a lot more stuff to do, but you know, I like it more than vanilla right now, so I'm enjoying it. Yeah, if you want any more updates, just let me know, and I'll be sure to post more videos. See ya!